You are listening to the WLW Studios Radio Network, broadcasting live from Center City, Philadelphia, WLW Studio South in Studio B. This is the Midnight Jury.
This is the Midnight Jury. I am Tony Schiavone, and this will be the best Nitro ever. You have to stay tuned. I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding.
No, this is Nitro Spring Break 1999.
Oh, we're going to go along with this.
Yeah.
Is the NWO coming in?
I'm Mike Tenay.
Get out of here. I'm Mike Norenganger.
And I am the co-host, Adam Henning.
And joining us in the studio from his travels around the world, Tim Mayfield.
Yeah!
Tim Mayfield is our newest addition to the Midnight Jury. We're giving him a trial run.
We need another. See, the thing is, we need another deliberator because me and you either agree, that's fine, or if we disagree, we're at a hung jury. We need that third party.
Well, I, sir, agree to disagree.
That's what this is all about, exactly.
Wait, you're already agreeing to disagree?
I'm always agreeing to disagree.
The thing about Tim Mayfield is that I think he actually, on a lot of the issues that we deliberate, he kind of sits right in the middle of the two of us. Wouldn't you say that's the truth? WCW, horror movies. I think you kind of have
I think I'm right in the middle.
a balanced approach.
That's good.
That's what we need. You know, that balances off the yin and yang of Mike and I. So I'm very, very happy to have him.
Well, this is episode 4, and I know that we said in the last episode, episode 3, that it's like the WrestleMania 3 of episodes. It's going to be like our biggest ever.
Yeah.
But this one's going to be our biggest ever. We ain't lying.
Now that you said that, it's funny that you didn't go into a Star Wars type fucking show here.
Well, yeah, we have
The episode 4.
But the thing is, to be fair with Star Wars is,
Not ready?
that was a 77 thing, and we cover 80s and 90s, so we could really only cover Empire, which was 80, and Jedi.
I also feel
So there you go.
who would like to, go on YouTube, and I don't know if I'd want to listen to a bunch of guys talk about Star Wars, really. I don't know if there's anything that needs to be said.
There's a lot if you're going to bitch about, like, the prequels.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Let's get to what we're talking about tonight.
Okay.
Okay, we have, as usual, as we've been tradition, 3 segments. I was going to say subjects. 3 segments for you tonight. And you are listening to segment 1. And segment 1 is going to be on Friday the 13th. And I'm going to give you, since Adam Henning did absolutely no research for the show, even though we've known for months that it was going to be on Friday part 5. Research.
I've seen it before.
Okay.
I don't remember anything, though.
Well, the good thing is, I didn't even have to shake up my martini tonight. I had someone here to make it for me, which was amazing. But that same person, our tech specialist, was able to bring
She's very cute.
And bring in a TV for us. And we have actually Friday 5, which is what you're listening to, segment 1, Friday 5, but we changed it. We pulled it audible. Since Adam doesn't do his homework, it's now on Friday 5 real quick, but then we're also going to cover the other movies and just real quickly go over different things in Friday. Are we cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Segment 2, when we get to it, when you listen to it, is going to be on my favorite WrestleMania ever, and that will be explained in segment 2. It's WrestleMania 4, the tournament to decide the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world of WWF.
Now, I did my
Yes.
research
And Tim
for this.
actually I don't know, where did you watch it in Arkansas? Where'd you watch it?
I watched it in Arkansas off YouTube this morning.
Okay. This morning. And
Same
you came
time
all the way up
zone.
here to Philly. Actually, we met in Jersey.
We did.
So you drove past Philly to get to Jersey to drive back with us to Philly.
Well, it was your mom's barbecue. I'm never willing to pass a good barbecue.
That's
so
amazing.
I had the Arkansas barbecue yesterday.
Mrs. Norenganger is so sweet. She makes some of the best barbecue, chicken, and it was nice.
And you actually had a hot dog in your pocket on the way down here.
I actually still have one with me.
That's very Leviathan of you. That's a WLW reference. WLW wrestling.
I didn't watch WLW.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I worked with the company, so I had to. I had no choice. But anyway, and then finally, our third segment, which I'm actually really excited for, is about SNCC, Nicktoons, Nickelodeon teen programming, and Nicktoons of the 90s.
Saturday, Nickelodeon.
I mean,
Saturday.
we're covering everything from Pete and Pete, Are You Afraid of the Dark, Clarissa, to Rugrats, Doug, all of it. everything in between from the 80s and 90s in Nickelodeon world. Nick.
Nick,
I
Nickelodeon.
actually have that sound effect, but I'll play it later.
So yeah, during this era, the last old school generation, of course, on Friday nights you had.
You know how rare it is for you to hit our tagline, transporting back to the last old school generation?
Yeah,
I'm usually the mark who does. Do you know our Facebook page?
yeah.
What is it?
WLW Studios at Facebook.com.
No, it's
Indeed.
Facebook.com/WLW
Indeed, Adam,
Studios.
it is.
There we go.
Anyhow, let me continue. My final point is that the old school generation, which that's our thing. Friday nights was of course TGIF, right?
We should do a TGIF.
Yeah,
one.
exactly. TGIF.
Oh yeah, Full House, Family Matters, Step by Step.
Exactly.
What else was that? Perfect Strangers.
TGIF Fridays,
Wayne's World.
and then Saturdays was Snick, and that was like the best era of TV, as far as my childhood goes, and my
Wow.
my earlier years.
Well,
Why
Yeah.
did you bring that chair, Tim?
listen.
So you want to jump right into our Friday the 13th?
I don't think people realize out over the air that we have hardwood flooring in our studios.
Yeah.
He's going to ruin that with that
That's
chair.
why it's worth being here.
Okay.
Thanks, Mike.
All right. So those are our 3 segments. This is episode 4 of the Midnight Jury. And now let's start it off. You are listening to segment 1, and we are going to be going over Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning, and the other Fridays, because Adam doesn't do any homework. Well, you did for WrestleMania 4. I take that back.
I've done most of the homework. This is the one thing I kind of missed.
Okay, so you want me to hit up a quick synopsis of the movie?
Yeah.
We have it playing right now on the TV. Right now, Oooh Baby is getting
this.
killed by Jason.
I know this guy.
He's in Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, yeah.
So the black guy with the Jerry curl mullet is getting killed right now in the Porta-John.
Terrific.
But that happens midway through the movie. Friday Part 5 happens after Friday 4, obviously.
I know to get
And
up.
Friday 4 introduces Tommy Jarvis, and played by Corey Feldman. And basically, he ends up being the boy whose mother gets killed by Jason. Sister, I think, survives. They don't make it clear. And he, of course, is the one who ends up killing Jason. So in Part 5, he is all messed up in the head. It's a few years later, and he gets put into this, like, insane asylum, but it's not an asylum. It's like a honor system deal where it's being ready to be brought back into society.
Halfway house.
Yeah. And basically the reason we were originally going to do this is because this is a controversial Friday the 13th. This movie actually does not have Jason in it. In flashbacks and dream sequences, it does. So you do see Jason with the red triangle and the cut in the mask from when Corey Feldman hit him with the hatchet. But
I do love Corey Feldman.
yes,
do.
I know, because you're a big Lost Boys fan.
I am.
I don't like Lost Boys.
Why? Really?
I know.
Lost Boys
We're
is an
gonna
okay.
have this another time.
movie.
I know. We'll get into
Seriously.
this. I love Feldman.
See here's
I don't want to take anything away from Feldman.
here's a situation where I kind of lie somewhere in the middle of you two on the Lost
Of
Boys.
Lost Boys.
I feel like Joel Schumacher is a little bit of an overrated director. Anyhow, back to the synopsis.
You just wanted to say that?
Yeah, go
Well,
ahead.
I'll agree with you. He also did Batman Forever.
Correct.
Kilmer?
Okay.
Is that Kilmer?
Yeah. No, I
No.
liked. I didn't love Kilmer. I know.
Tangent alert. Tangent alert.
I
Tangent
know.
alert.
I know. I know.
You
Here we
said
go.
Forever?
Batman
So that's-
Forever.
Oh, that is...
That's Joel Schumacher. But anyway,
I'm getting lost here. I'm getting a little confused.
that's fine.
It's
But
Halloween.
anyway.
It's Halloween.
It's
Friday
Halloween.
It's
13th,
Friday the
5, throw me
13th,
off.
Part 5. So he finds himself in this halfway house, and basically what happens is, right at the beginning of the movie, one of the crazy kids kills another annoying crazy kid, and the annoying crazy kid, his character name is Joey, I would have killed him too. So I don't know if you guys remember Joey, but he had
Joey-
the Jew-fro.
See, the fat
And
kid.
he's fat,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, now it all makes sense. I
And
thought
remember, he
was...
kept going around and he tried to help the girls with the laundry, but he had the chocolate bar all over his hand and he got it all over the laundry. And I'm sorry, I am anal retentive when it comes to laundry and cleaning and stuff, and I would have clotheslined the shit out of that kid.
I love doing my laundry. I do. I enjoy it. I travel a lot, but
But
I'm
either
always
way.
in that laundromat.
Yeah,
On the
you're
road.
on the road like that. Yeah.
But
Yeah, well,
so the reason Joey getting killed is important is because it turns out that one of the paramedics that comes to pick up Joey's body is actually his long-lost father. But no one knows that, and you don't find that out till the very end of the movie when Jason, quote-unquote, but clearly not Jason because of the blue stripes on his mask, gets killed, his mask pops off, and you see that it's Roy, the paramedic. This is one of my least favorite Jason movies. There's so many holes in the script and in the plot. I have them written down. But no, I mean, I'm sorry. I think this is a waste of a Jason movie.
I came onto Friday a little bit late as a horror fan. Halloween was always my thing, but my buddy Tom was a huge Friday the 13th.
Shout out Skelkin.
Tom Skelkin,
Skelkin.
tough guy Tom Skelkin of WLW and BCW fame. He told me all about how Part 5 wasn't even Jason and how backward a concept it was. So everybody knows Part 5 is definitely the one without Jason in it.
Well, to throw it to a Halloween reference, I actually have this written down. Is like, if you were going to do a fake Jason movie, like, why tie it into the Jason storyline? Why not do it like they did Season of the Witch? Because as we like, I mean, a lot of people don't like. No, a lot. What do you think of Season of the Witch?
I like it as a movie that's not Halloween.
Yes, that's exactly how we.
I
feel.
always wanted to remake Halloween 3 and make it with Michael Myers.
That would
But I wrote half.
But that's Halloween 4.
Openings.
But you have to remember that's Halloween 4 technically.
Put something in there.
No, I agree. But
I also watched 1 and 2 as a whole as one movie.
But
which
yeah,
I enjoy more.
But if they were going to do a Jason movie that had nothing to do with Jason, why not do it like Season of the Witch and just call it Friday the 13th, and it's another story that happens on Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
But why did they have to make a copycat killer?
You can always figure out a way to incorporate the original killer in a effing horror movie. You know what I mean? Like
He's the only one who won't swear.
That's it. I was gonna say that's his thing. He says effing.
Except you know what? In a previous episode when we were talking about Biker Taker,
I hurt my coonie.
No, when we were talking about
He just
Biker
says cute
Taker,
little words.
I'm almost sure that he was like, if you like Undertaker when he came back as the biker, then I fucking hate you. Or there was something like so mean, but you didn't care. But that's off subject again.
You know, at the time I didn't care about Biker Taker.
I didn't.
I bet.
If
came out the rolling.
If the very best that people
time.
can say about him is that they didn't care about him, that's not a very successful gimmick. So I'll give that I'll put that in the negative column for Undertaker. But so Friday 5. How about you go through your plot holes? I think that'd be a very interesting way to go about this.
All right. So my first plot point: the little black boy Reggie. Why does his grandfather, or whether it's his grandfather or Dyfus, I don't care who it is, find it okay for him to be staying at a place where not only all the kids are mentally unstable, but in the first sequence, like the first 10 minutes of the movie, a kid is axed in the back and murdered. Why is it okay for a kid to be here? Where's his mom? Where's his dad? That's what I want to know. That's first plot point.
I think they're dead.
They're probably dead. Yeah.
So now he does have that brother.
Yeah.
Now he does have that brother who he went to visit. Now here's my question: the brother and his girlfriend, while they're in the van, are smoking pot right in front of the little boy and the lady who's taking care of him. Okay?
I'm gonna guess. I don't know his name. I forgot. I'm just
Demon.
gonna say. I was gonna say Jerome.
That's close.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
whatever. He's his brother, but he doesn't give a shit. He just wants to fuck Tracy, the other black woman who's in the car.
but here's the thing: is it worse for this
Whatever her
little
name
kid
is.
to be with the brother who's fucking women and smoking weed, or staying with the grandfather where he could feasibly be axed in the back if he looks at someone the wrong way?
Well, Grandpa doesn't believe in superstition.
Okay, so
It's
I
just
guess
an unwritten
I guess
plot
I guess
point.
I guess it's better for this kid to have the potential to be axed by one of these people.
Grandpa's happy he's
Because
there.
clearly Vic and Tommy Jarvis, they're both all messed up. So there's clearly other people there who are that messed up.
Yeah, I would just say that the grandfather is confident in his ability to protect his grandson.
Yeah, I agree with Adam. So,
All right, good. That's great. Anyway,
what do you want? What do you want us to say?
well, because I think that's messed up. There's no reason why, the Child Protective Services shouldn't have come and taken this child away from them.
They're not going all the way out to no man's land in the
Crystal
woods.
Lake.
Listen, Jerome is just a bad seed. They're not
I
gonna
don't
have the
even think
boy
this is
go with
at
him.
Crystal
Grandpa's
Lake.
happy about his grandson being there with him.
Yeah.
He's gonna protect him, like Adam said about the axe. He's just gonna jump in the way of his grandson getting killed.
noble man.
I mean,
very
maybe
noble.
he just hated Joe. Maybe the grandfather maybe hated the character of Joey who got axed in the back as much as I did. And was like, oh, good riddance. I'm glad
Yeah.
that
I
friggin'
hate
annoying
Joey.
fat piece of
He
shit
had
is
it
dead.
coming.
I hate Joey the entire opening to end sequence.
Yeah, no, because he's a dick.
He sucks.
But anyway, all right. I have
Vic.
I have a few more. Okay, let me see here. Oh, okay. Ethel, the old lady who does the stews with her son. It's clearly almost like a Mama's Family kind of deal. Has anybody seen Mama's Family, the TV show, or the Carol Burnett skit?
I've seen
Yeah,
episodes.
oh, yeah.
Okay, you know how it's an old, or Golden Girls. You know how it's
I love
a
Golden
young
Girls.
lady playing an old woman.
Mhm.
That's what they did in this movie for some reason, and it's not a comedy skit like Carol Burnett or Mama's Family or those things. This is like this lady looks the same age as her son.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense. That's another plot
Well,
point
her
that
son,
I just didn't
her son
understand.
just looks terrible. He just looks terrible. He's a fat, out of shape.
I'm gonna be a little Mike
Yeah.
Norn guy
I don't know
here.
what to say here.
There were three sets of boobs in the movie. There was Lana's, the girl who at the diner.
She's
there-
disgusting, by the way.
no, I thought they
Not
were
her
like
boobs,
6.
just her face.
or-
I haven't seen her boobs yet.
Yeah, you did earlier.
I forgot.
They were 6. I would have said 6.5s, but
Not bad. Not bad.
but then
now I
there's
gotta see 'em.
Robin. Oh no! Before Robin, there was Tina, and hers are just humongous and saggy and sloppy.
Tits over two.
But
I'm
you know
gonna
what?
look
On all the Friday pages, there's been a lot. Apparently, people really like them. And then there's Robins who are tiny. Who I don't think have we seen them yet. No, we already saw them. They're already on. But hers were tiny, but still 6s because they had a nice shape. But I thought I'd mention that.
Okay.
But regardless, there's just so many points in this movie where I feel like the dialogue is just not realistic. A few points of that I will go with when they're singing in the Porta-John, and I don't know if we've already sang "Oooh Baby."
I love Oooh Baby. That's
Ooh, baby.
Let me set up the scene. Demon had enchiladas, so his exact line is,
Did
"These
he
goddamn enchiladas."
okay.
No, seriously.
Awesome.
He runs to the crapper, and while he's on the crapper, which is like a porta-john because they're at like a mobile home, it starts shaking. And at first you of course, since you're watching a Jason movie, you're like, oh, but it turns out it's his girlfriend who's out back shaking it. And then hold on, I got it right here. Hold on, I'm gonna bring it up because it's too good. It's too good. Okay, so it starts shaking, and he finds out that it's his girlfriend. And this is what his response to that is. Hold on. Sorry. This is new technology to me, people.
So moviegoers thought that Jason was about to kill this guy, but instead it's his girlfriend.
better
And this
get
is
it,
what
bitch.
follows.
Yeah.
Oh, lighten up, Demon. You'll feel a lot better after you shit.
I feel a lot better when I'm out of here. This shit box is gross.
Now, how
Better
unbelievable
watch
is
out
this
for the
dialogue?
snake that's gonna crawl up that crapper and bite your ass.
That shit box was gross.
And then this happens.
Ooh,
He's in a porta-john, people.
hey, baby. Hey, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby.
He sings back while he's taking a shit.
Relaxes him.
Ooh, baby. Hey,
Second verse.
hey, baby. Ooh, baby.
He covers.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby.
And then she's killed right there. But that's basic. That is the most, not only the most ridiculous writing I've ever heard, but like, I don't know if they had that written, if they did, shame. If they said for them to improv, then they are the worst actors in the world.
All right, time out. Let's do a hypothetical scenario.
Oh, no.
Mike, I want you. Let's try this.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to convince myself and Tim, as the producers of Friday the 13th Part 5, to include this scene in the movie. Now,
Wait, time out. I don't understand. I'm trying to tell you to include
Yes.
that?
Yes, you have to do you get $1 million to convince us to include this.
That's all I can
this
think of.
in the movie.
All right, I'd be like this. I'd be like, all right, guys, so check it out. Then after Demon, now keep in mind, who's played by the black guy from Return of the Living Dead.
Okay.
You guys saw that, right? Because we're creating a horror movie. You saw that.
I'm on board so far.
Okay, good. So he remember earlier I told you how he was offering Pam and Reggie enchiladas? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, he had eaten a lot. So clearly the character of Demon would have to go to the bathroom. So we don't want to...
Naturally.
Yes, okay, so, like, if we didn't have him going to the bathroom, like, the audience would be like, this movie isn't real.
Yeah, they're so
Like,
unrealistic.
why, he just ate a bunch of enchiladas. Wouldn't he have to go to the bathroom?
Now I'm getting what you're saying.
Okay.
Now it's all coming
Okay,
together.
so we have to put that scene in. So I have the greatest idea for this scene.
Okay.
Greatest question ever.
Yeah. So
Adam.
so he is on the crapper, obviously, because he has the enchiladas. And since they're in a mobile home, he's in a really crappy looking, disgusting
Like outhouse, right?
outhouse. Disgusting. But okay, this is a Friday the 13th movie, so we need to get a scare, right? So let's like have it start shaking, right? And the whole audience, oh my God, he's about to get killed on the
it's
crowd,
Jason,
right?
it's
Yes,
Jason.
Jason. Ah! No, it's not Jason. It's his girlfriend outside shaking.
Oh, we throw him
right?
for a
So then
loop.
everyone,
Okay.
the audience calms down and laughs and blah, 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 blah. But then I figured, we'll just have them improv, maybe some singing. I was thinking...
They're jiving.
Yeah, they're jiving.
They're
It's a
jiving.
black couple, and like I don't know any black people.
It's a black couple in '86. You
Yeah,
imagine them jiving.
I don't know any black. I've never met a black person, but I figured if two black people, one was going to the bathroom and one was standing right outside shaking the outhouse, they'd sing something like, "Ooh girl, ooh girl, ooh."
Wait.
girl,
I think, how about
ooh
baby?
or hey baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That was a good
Put it
improv.
together.
That
I
was a
feel
good
like
improv.
African Americans
High five
use
someone out
baby,
on that
baby more than girl.
Oh.
I
You
would've
know what I
said-
mean?
I would have definitely said that was some good improv.
Wow.
Now
that
I
made
can-
me, the retrospect of this movie has turned for me, and it's
Now,
Did
can
I do good on that? Honestly,
yeah,
Adam?
most definitely.
Yeah.
Now I feel like our fans can understand where the producers of Friday the 13th Part 5 would have wanted to include that scene.
just a little
Yeah.
filler. Get 2
Hold
kills
on, I
out of
almost
it.
see if one. Hold on.
I'll never look at it the same.
Hey, baby.
Just-
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
It turned out great, Mike.
Here it is. Listen to this.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby.
He gets really into it.
Hey, baby.
Oh, and that's the second verse.
Hey, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh,
Changes key and everything.
Yeah.
No, Mike, your idea turned out really well.
Pitch
You
up
know,
on
I think
tempo
they'll love
over there.
this.
Yeah.
I think they'll love it.
So either way, like I said, in the end of the movie, of course, you find out that it's the now this is the plot point that really bothers me. If you're gonna go through all this trouble to make it a fake Jason, aren't you gonna do better than the paramedic you saw at the beginning of the movie and then at one other point for 2 seconds in the movie? Like Joey's at this halfway house because he has no family, he's an orphan and all this shit. Well, why is his dad if his dad didn't give a shit about him enough, because they talk about throughout the whole movie that no one knows who Joey's dad is. Oh, I guess they just left him. Mom's dead. I guess the dad just left. Well, it turns out he's a paramedic in the same town
I just
that
had
he left his abandoned child at. That makes no sense.
I just had
And-
a revelation here. Why? How? What are the odds of Tommy Jarvis ending up at the same camp where Jason Voorhees is again?
the copycat
Why?
killer just happens
Why?
to win. And it has no relation to Tommy Jarvis. It has to do with the fact that his son.
Why is he here?
Yeah, that's another
This is
yes.
fucking insane.
The plot points of this movie are friggin' ridiculous. But like, if he's in this, so he's in the same town. Now keep this in mind. We're already expected to believe that Roy, who turns out to be Jason, abandoned his like retarded kind of son Joey, and now
After
Joey,
a traumatizing experience.
yeah,
nonetheless,
clearly.
right?
So then Joey's at this halfway house in town, in the exact same town that Roy works in as a paramedic. No one, even the sheriff, know about this because the sheriff is the one who's clueless to the situation.
Always
It doesn't
is.
find out till the end. So then they find out in the end, oh, he did it because he saw his son all hacked up. What the fuck did he care? He didn't fucking give a shit about this kid for years. Didn't want anyone to know that this retarded fat Jufrode kid was his son.
Oh.
And now all of a sudden he's killing people for him?
I'm sorry, I was misunderstanding. I thought this paramedic guy was Corey Feldman's character's father.
No, he's Joey's father.
Oh.
The kid who gets hacked in the beginning.
And this Joey kid didn't get killed by Jason, though, right?
No, he got hacked up by Vic.
So what?
That's what I'm saying. It had nothing to do with Jason. He just used it as a copycat, and it just so happened that Tommy Jarvis was there.
Why did Tommy Jarvis have to be there? He didn't.
He didn't at all. This movie
Didn't
sucks.
have to involve Tommy Jarvis at all.
Yeah, I don't even know. Honestly,
Actually
I don't
makes
even
no
know. I
less
have some
sense him
info
being
here.
there.
I hope I can find like a Rotten Tomatoes thing on here. Like, I mean, because this movie was bad.
Just for hype.
Yo, this
I
movie
st- I
had a
still like
budget
this
of
movie.
$200.
And I see it. It's all worth it.
Are you kidding me?
It's
I
all
could have
worth
made
it.
this movie with $35 and some friends and some beer. Like, let's be real for a second. Me and Tim have filmed stuff before, and
We have.
Yeah, and we could have done this for $39.95, a carton of cigarettes, 2 cases of beer, and
But-
1 Jason mask.
Listen, but then you think about it. You get that offer, and you think, why not take fucking... What's the price there again? How much was this movie? Why not ask for that?
$2,200,000.
Wouldn't you rather
And it
ask for $2
banked.
million?
You ready for this? Here's a good one. What do you got? Did you see it, Adam?
Yeah.
You saw what it banked?
No. I
Okay.
didn't.
What do you think this movie grossed?
15 million.
I'm going to say 98,000.
That'd be so bad. This movie grossed box office domestic $21,930,000. That means almost $22 million.
Gave Jurassic Park
So that
such
means
a
it
run for its
literally
money.
like 10 times almost. It made almost 10 times. That's incredible.
It's a good movie.
Return on investment, yeah.
I actually wish I had the info right up here in the studio with me on how much 6 made, because after how bad this one was, I'd be surprised if 6 made more than this one.
Now, let's do one more hypothetical, if you don't mind.
Is this
Oh,
a new
no.
beginning?
What do you think?
Yeah, this is a new beginning.
what's the
This is
next
what-
one
They were
called?
going to make Tommy the new Jason.
I like
Made
the way
sense.
Mike can kind of take on the role of somebody who makes no sense.
Wait,
Sometimes.
whoa. Someone who makes no sense?
No, I'm saying that Mike has an uncanny ability of kind of putting himself in somebody else's shoes. He'd make a good lawyer, and I think he's a good person that can actually sort of convince you of how somebody could have come to a conclusion. So what I'm asking is,
Lisa's got good use.
can you tell us why they would have gone about it this way and not had Jason in it? What is your opinion on that? Why do you think they went this route?
Because they wanted to figure out, I feel like they wanted to make it a fresh approach and think about ditching the Jason character and going with the Tommy character. So then it eventually, it could have passed to someone else, and it wouldn't have been like they would have had to create, because in the first 3 movies, Jason wasn't almost supernatural.
Okay.
But then after this one, it was supernatural. I mean, in 6, he came back like Frankenstein. Now, keep in mind, 6 is like my favorite one, because that's the only one where there's actually campers at Crystal Lake. And to me, that adds, little kids, that adds so much more fear factor and like depth to the movie.
Now, do you think that, Tommy didn't wind up becoming Jason, though, right?
No, Tommy was in part 6, and he helped kill Jason and return him to his original resting
So,
place.
but in this one, you just said that they were going to pass the torch.
That was
to,
the original idea, I think. That was the original idea, because in the end of this, which we're about to see, look, we're actually watching it live. This is when the cop finds in Roy's wallet, the sheriff finds in Roy's wallet newspaper clippings of the Jason Voorhees murders, and he's like, oh, he's a copycat killer. Oh, okay, that explains it. Of course, that's stupid. And then this is Pam, Pam goes in to see if Tommy's okay. And in this first flashback, Tommy wakes up and stabs her in the gut, and she like dies, and he's screaming all intense. And then they realize he wakes up or something, and it's a dream. And then after he wakes up from the dream, she actually is coming into the room, and she comes into the room, and he had thrown a chair out the window, so she thinks he jumped out the window. But then the door closes, and behind the door is Tommy with a Jason mask.
Okay.
And so that's why I feel like they believe, what are you laughing at?
I'm just laughing, man.
Because I'm spoiler alerting
So-
it for you, so you can't sit there and fucking watch it
So
like a douchebag.
So don't you think the better approach would have been for Tommy to kind of
Our cute intern left, and now I'm gonna have to make my own martini between now and the next segment.
Well, you take a break. We deserve it.
not too big of a deal. You'll be fine. But
Thanks.
why didn't they just pass the torch to Tommy and have him? Be
I
the
think that would
killer
have been a bad idea.
in this one.
I would think that would have been a
I
bad
think
idea.
that's what I thought,
In
just scrap it.
in the same aspect that we spoke about Michael Myers being, when I said to you that I don't think the H25 or now the H35 convention, which is happening soon, if I don't think it would have happened if Michael Myers wasn't in every movie except that one. If they would have continued with the idea of if Halloween 4 would have been a whole nother story, and Halloween 5 would have been a whole nother story, and you wouldn't have seen Michael Myers, I don't think that all the merchandise and the shirts and everything that has Michael Myers' face on it, I don't think that merchandise would have sold like it does. It still would have, I think, sold as a property, but not like what it is.
But the concept that they were
Same
going
thing with
for,
Jason.
I know how it turned
That's
out.
that's their market.
It turned out the way it turned out, but you're saying that their device, you think, for part 5 was going to be passing the torch to a new killer. Maybe every 4 movies.
And I'm so glad that they changed it in 6.
No problem. But at their attempt to have that sort of passing of the mask from person to person, they failed in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
If they were going for that and they
Yeah.
wanted to hit a home run, Tommy would have been the killer
Well, and
in this
also
one,
I
right?
don't like the way this kid was played. I don't like the kid, the actual kid. I don't like his face. I just don't like his face. He kind of looks like Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I see that a little
I don't
bit.
like him.
But he would have
In
been
the same way, I don't like Andy Barclay in Child's Play 3. And I thought about this while listening to one of our previous episodes. Andy Barclay in episode
That's the
3, and
military
I'm
one,
sorry
right?
to bring this up, but I have to bring this up. Yes, it's the military school one.
I love
in the
that
previous one, I mentioned why I didn't like him, and I said because he was too baby-faced, and they acted like he was still the little Andy Barclay. But after watching all his friends and family, get killed, by the time Halloween or Child's Play 3 happened, he should have been more, and I thought of this, he should have been more like John Connor from Terminator 2.
Okay, yeah.
He should have been
I like
all
that
messed
idea.
up. And like John Connor didn't watch people die. He just watched his mother go crazy. He hadn't been through all that shit yet.
I just don't
And
afraid
look
of
how
Chucky
messed up
anyway.
he was. Andy Barclay should have been more like Edward Furlong as John Connor in Terminator 2. And I'm sorry I went off, but I had to mention that.
Okay, but finally.
But same with this guy in Part 5.
No,
I don't like the casting.
I get that. But ultimately, if they wanted to do the passing of the torch concept and do it with
And
success.
that's him with the mask on, and then the movie ends.
Correct, but he should have, if they wanted to do this concept successfully, Tommy should have been the killer
You mean in Part 6?
in part 5. Because having this other dude as a killer
Yeah, you're
was
right.
stupid.
Yeah, they would have benefited so much more. But you know what? In the movie, I watched it again. See, I've known since I was a little kid that it wasn't Jason, so I couldn't almost. I tried to rewatch it for the first time when I did my review for it, and they do kind of lead you to believe that it's Tommy before
Yeah.
he shows up in the barn, and you realize that
It can't be, right?
it can't be Tommy. Yes, they do kind of lead to that. But then they just make him Jason in the end.
You know what? This movie's still so in depth.
Wait,
So
wait.
good.
This movie sucks.
What do you mean they
Gold
make him
medals
Jason in the
all
end?
around.
Because in the very end, he puts the mask on
Okay.
and goes to kill that lady.
Okay.
And then in Part 6...
That
He's
other guy.
back.
That other
Well, no,
guy.
in Part 6 at the beginning, it starts with them having, I think, escaped the nut house. Or he got out of the nut house and they're worried about them finding out about him going back to dig up Jason.
That paramedic guy donning the mask, though, is sort of just a detour in the overall
Yeah, it's...
arc.
Yeah. It's almost like they wasted our time for a whole movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Completely wasted our time. And a lot of people out there in Friday the 13th land hate Jason Goes to Hell.
I
I
hate
have
Jason
less
Goes to
no,
Hell.
I have less problems with Jason Goes to Hell, and I know a lot of people are
Than
probably
this?
like, "What the fuck?" But yes, I have less problems with it than
That's
this.
a complete spirit.
Nope.
And the Kruger mask at the end.
No, but that's
And
the
hand.
best.
Yeah,
that's
I know it's the
best
best
part
but
of the
why?
movie.
Why?
That's the first
Because they were
team
setting
up
up for
with
Freddy
it.
versus Jason.
Fucking like 19 years later,
Yeah, but they couldn't get on a script they agreed upon. And now, granted, in the final script,
they agreed upon that.
I know, in the final script there are mess ups, but I actually like Freddy versus Jason too. I don't have a problem with it.
Freddy the
There
vs.
are-
Jason was great, in
yeah,
my opinion.
I liked Freddy versus Jason. There were parts that I
Still
didn't agree with
19
that Ronnie
years.
Yu did that I didn't like making Jason afraid of water. That makes no sense.
It was
I mean,
just
I
a
guess
fucking, it was just seriously marked
I mean,
out
he
for everything that
drowned.
we would like.
I don't know, but I did. I
And
didn't.
it
I
was
didn't mind
that. If we're going to talk about this, you're going to fly me in from Arkansas. You should have at least decorated for Friday the 13th in here. We're going to talk
Hey,
about
look,
it.
I got it playing. Our studio is
I know that's
decorated
good
for
enough,
our
but-
studio. It's all WLW stuff and
Yeah.
Shining Wizard stuff.
Festive. You got to be festive.
Mike gave instructions to the interns.
Impress me.
Take it up with the interns.
Take me out to dinner. Impress
I
me.
just want to point out, by
Fire
the
some
way,
interns.
we actually have a lot of people helping us out there in on Facebook Land, YouTube, blah 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 blah. And I want to point out that the Michael Myers first and foremost, here's the 2 pages that have really helped us out. And not only have they helped us out, the reason I reached out to them to help us out with spreading the word of the Midnight Jury is because I was already a fan of their page, and I very much enjoyed it. Okay? So one is called WCW and WWE. Okay? And I spoke to them, and I'm almost positive I mean, search them on Facebook at WCW and WWE. But I think the actual address is facebook.com/WCW and WWE.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, they're great guys. I've spoken to them. They've helped share our videos, and it's really helped out. You want to hit stop on that?
Sure, man.
The other one is
Yes, I will.
the other one is the Michael Myers fan page, and that's at facebook.com/Michael Myers fan page. They have helped me out too, and they have been really awesome. I've been in contact with them. They have a great page, a great site. They're always posting stuff. And the reason I'm promoting them right now, not only because they helped us out, but because I was a fan of theirs before I reached out for their help.
Okay. Yeah.
So I just want to give props to them. And they will get props in every segment we have because of how cool they've been to us and how much I've liked them beforehand.
Yeah, I've been to
They're
their
good guys.
page a few times. I've liked what I've seen so far.
And you know what? That's our two big niches.
Yeah.
Wrestling and like horror movies. So we really do appreciate their help and anyone who listens to us because of them. When it comes to Friday the 13th Part 5, I've stated my case. I don't think, and I'm glad we got to have these like act out scenarios.
Hypotheticals,
Yeah, they
yeah.
were actually pretty fun. But I mean, please, we will get back to Friday the 13th, and we will. You know what, Adam Henning, tell them how you're going to do your homework.
Well, whatever the next homework assignment is.
No,
I'll
not
have-
homework assignment. You know what? I want it to be because of the Friday the 13th topic. I want it to be the next Friday the 13th topic we do. You will make extra effort to watch that
come
movie.
prepared.
Yeah,
One
come
subject. That's not that hard, Adam.
Yeah, no,
I'm
come prepared.
I've been on top of
Once,
it.
a bunch of times.
You know, I've been on top of it in the past. I dropped the ball this time.
But what I'm saying is eventually Friday the 13th will come around. And I feel like for those fans out there, and actually, there's a few. April, Donald, Diana Voorhees. She actually takes the name of Jason and puts it to her last name.
She wants to marry him.
I mean, there's a lot out there.
I'm sure she would, is what I mean. I mean that in a very
We got Raymond.
positive way.
We got Franklin out there.
No. Come on.
I'd marry Elvira. You know, like.
I just don't want to.
Marry Elvira.
No, I
guess.
just don't want to. How about this? I'll make it even more clear. It's April M.
Well, she's
Diana
a face
B.
and a pair of jugs.
and Donald J. So they all know who they are. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was segment 1 of the Midnight Jury. And I'm happy we got to talk about Friday 5. We'll come back to Friday, and we'll come back with our segment 2, which is WrestleMania 4. Are you guys pumped about that?
Jerome was great.
Can't wait.
Friday 5.
You're pumped for WrestleMania 4?
I am. I'm pumped for WrestleMania 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Midnight Jury on the WLW Studios Radio Network. Join us at segment 2.
See you in a few minutes.